It's the Champions League Best Bet Show with myself, Flash, Martin Green and Alex. 4 unbelievable ties this week. That means there's 8 teams and 4 massive teams in 2 weeks' time will be departing. Martin, I'm going to come to you first. Unbelievable ties, these. These are more like semi-final teams.
Yeah, it's amazing to see such huge giants of European football up against one another, particularly the Real Madrid versus Man City game. Those are 2 potential winners, I think, in everyone's books. But yeah, Napoli, Barcelona is a big game. Chelsea, Bayern Munich are European heavyweights as well. So a feast of footballing action for us to delve into this week. Very exciting.
Alex, there's a potential winner in every one of these 4 ties.
No, it's not a potential winner in every one of these ties, because the ties are very difficult for all the clubs. Doesn't matter if your name is Juventus or Manchester United or Manchester United, Real Madrid, and so on. So I think that we will see great matches, but in the same time, very unpredictable from the winner's market point of view.
No, Alex, you've completely missed what I meant. 4 potential winners, as in Bayern Munich could win the tournament, Barcelona could win the tournament, Juventus could win the tournament, Real Madrid and Man City could both win the tournament.
Yeah, everyone can win the tournament. Yeah, even, I don't know. No, I don't want to say Lyon. But yeah, Juventus, Barcelona, Real Madrid, City, Bayern Munich, that's 5 of them already.
Yeah, so exactly. So there's potential winners everywhere we look. Why don't we start with you, Alex? Chelsea, 4.3 plus 300, draw 4.1, which is plus 310, and Bayern Munich, 1.83, which is minus 120. Tough draw for Chelsea, this.
Tough draw for Chelsea, nice draw for Bayern. I think that they escaped some huge names right now. Chelsea, yes, they are coming after that win against Tottenham, but let's not forget that Tottenham are without Harry Kane and Son, both their best attacking players. Let's not forget that Bayern Munich are on fire right now, and with some injury issues for Chelsea there, I don't see nothing else than a Bayern win right now. The odds are dropping with every hour that is passing. Chelsea will be without Kante, Pulisic. Hudson-Odoi is doubtful. Also, Pedro is doubtful. Abraham will return with William. He was rested last weekend against Tottenham. But Bayern Munich absolutely in top form right now. Of course, that Chelsea are not Paderborn or I don't know, any other small team from Germany. They are a big club and they will play their chance because we are talking Champions League. And when we are talking Champions League, we are talking that all the players will give everything in this match. I'm sure that Chelsea will keep things tight because they will look for the second leg. Maybe some players will return from injuries, you know. But Bayern will try to solve the qualification issue from this first leg. So I must go with Bayern Munich here at 1.78 in the morning. My morning, it was 1.83 or 1.85 with some bookies. But I also like the Alex Classic here. I think it's around 1.85 also, both teams to score and the over 2.5 goals in the match. So I will play, I have both plays with 1 unit.
Okay. Martin, I can't see anything other than a Bayern Munich win. I like -1 Bayern Munich, but I'm not going to complicate it. Maybe just Bayern Munich and over 1.5 goals, or just Bayern Munich at 1.8.
Yeah, I'm also not going to complicate it. I'm just going to go with Bayern Munich at minus 120. I just think the last time they were in London, they beat Tottenham 7-2. Former Arsenal man Serge Gnabry scored 4 that day, which was a joy to behold. I think Bayern Munich will hope for a similarly emphatic result on Tuesday. I can't imagine them blowing Chelsea away to quite the same extent. But like Alex said, they're in exceptional form right now. They're back on top of the Bundesliga. It's all clicked into gear for them. Lewandowski, as we know, is a terrific striker. They've got plenty of pace down the flanks. And they've got players that can pull the strings in the number 10 role, like Thomas Muller, Coutinho. I'm not really sure I trust this Chelsea team at the moment. They've only won 2 of their 7 games so far in 2020. Their top 4 place in the Premier League is looking a bit dodgy at the moment as well. They did beat Tottenham at the weekend, but Spurs are ravaged by injuries at the moment. I'm more concerned about that 2-0 defeat to Man United in the previous game. They've got a couple of players coming back from injury, but I just don't think they're going to be have enough quality across the pitch for Bayern in this one. So I'm going for Bayern Munich. Yeah, not complicating it. Minus 120 or 1.83, I think it is, on a away win.
Yeah, I think that's a full house for us. We're all going to go for the Germans. And it's a repeat of the Champions League final from, I think it was 8 years ago when I think did Chelsea actually win that one? Anyway, here's another 2 giants facing off in Italy.
Hope is not a trap, Flash.
No, I don't think it is a trap.
For Bayern Munich?
No, I honestly, I've got to go with the Germans. I mean, I look at Chelsea and think disjointed, weak, don't create enough. And their defence against this attacking triumphant, if you like, of Bayern Munich players, I can only go with Bayern Munich to win this game. And -1 or over 1.5. So I'm going to find better value than 1.83. Napoli, 3.34, which is plus 234. Draw, 3.75, plus 275. Barcelona, 2.25, which is plus 125. Martin, the Alex Classic jumps out at you.
Sure does, yeah. I mean, Napoli are a difficult team to play against at the moment. We all know that Barcelona's defence isn't watertight. They're obviously phenomenal going forwards, even with injuries to key players like Dembele and Suarez. I mean, Messi's still going strong. Griezmann's proved to be a pretty strong foil for Messi. And then you've got the youngster Fati who can come in. They should be great going forwards. You never quite know what you're going to get with Napoli at the moment, which is why I'm staying away from the winners market on this one. They were having a terrible, terrible season. Ancelotti left. Gattuso's reign started really poorly, but suddenly they're on fire. You know, they've won, I think it's 6 of their last 7 games. In that time, they've beaten Juventus, they've beaten Lazio, they've beaten Inter, who are the big 3 in Serie A this season. You know, they have got quality players across the pitch. They stopped Liverpool here. They beat Liverpool earlier this season. So I'm not going to bet on Barcelona to win it. I'm looking at goals too. I think it's going to be a good game. Slightly different. I'm going both teams to score and under 4.5 goals. You can get 2.1 on that or plus 110.
Yeah, like that. Napoli, very dangerous, Alex. Barcelona, they're not bomb-proof.
Very dangerous Napoli lately. I still think that Gennaro Gattuso is not the best coach for Napoli right now. But still, I love their fighting approach in every game. They look to be also solid defensively if you checked their last matches. But also on the other side, Messi, for example, failed to score in 4 consecutive La Liga matches and decided to score 4 in the last one. So he's ready for Napoli. This is the time of the year when all the players should be in top shape, if you ask me. And I think that Messi is in top shape and should deliver in this one. Napoli, very, very dangerous. This is why I will not even look at the winners market in this one. I will look at the over 2.5 goals at 1.75. I think that you presented correct that Barcelona are not a rock-solid defense. Napoli can always hit you on the break because they have fast players and they have a great attacking firepower. And I think that we can see easily Napoli scoring 1 goal here. And why not? The over 2.5 goals for me represents the only valuable play for this match.
Yeah, I quite like Napoli at 3.34 and Bayern Munich obviously at Chelsea. Apart from that, I think we're getting massive value on all three home ties. So I wouldn't put anyone off Napoli. Napoli double chance, both teams to score and over. I just think all the value is with the home side. Tough place to go, Napoli, and I don't trust Barcelona to come away with a victory. So Napoli to get something out of the game for me. Let's go to south of France. I'm going to start with you, Alex. Lyon, 4.5, which is plus 350. Draw 3.62, which is plus 262. And Juve, 1.91, minus 110. Looks like a trap, Alex.
Yeah, it looks like a trap. It looks like a trap because I don't know what something is wrong with this Juventus side. Yes, they are winning. Yes, they are top of the league in Italy. Yes, they have some incredible players, but something is wrong. I don't know. The style of play I don't like. Something I don't like about them. And at 1.9, I was expecting over even money. So I'm expecting 2.1 somewhere there for Juventus. I think that Juventus will be very happy with a draw match in here because they are playing the second leg in Italy, and this, into my eyes, looks like a draw. But again, I will play both teams to score at 1.87 because I really think that Lyon, with all those players, with all that amazing crowd, I think that they can score against Juventus. And we know that Lyon also in the past created big problems to big teams in Champions League. So this is another one of them. Juventus, who are trying to win the competition this year. But this Lyon side, at least at home, are very, very strong. So both teams to score at 1.87 looks like a banker for me.
Yeah, I worry about, I look at Juventus and go, energy, question mark. They're very sloppy, but we know that they turn it on in European competition. I quite like Lyon double chance, to be honest. I know Lyon at 4.5, which is plus 350 to win the game. I can see them winning the game. I think they, like Napoli before them, I think that they may get something out of the game here. Juve, for me, they're just not quite at it. Martin?
Yeah, I agree, Flash. I don't like the look of this game at all. Was previewing these games earlier in an article, and this was the one that I left out of it because I can't call it. I do worry it is a bit of a trap. I know that a lot of the people in the comments are saying Juventus will be fine. I mean, I'm sure they are the better team. I think they'll qualify at Lyon's expense. But away from home in this first leg, I'm not convinced they're going to win it. They are very generous odds on Juventus when you consider the depth of quality that they've got within their squad. But like you both mentioned, things just haven't been quite falling into place for them this season. I think it's because they were so used to playing with a defensive mindset for so long. Now they're trying to play Sarri ball. They're trying to be a bit more expansive and expressive in their football. And they're kind of caught in between. They haven't quite adjusted to the new style of play yet. Yeah, a lot of times they've let me down this season. Busted accumulators, and times I thought they would win, they haven't. So they're kind of on the naughty step for me a bit. I know Lyon don't have a great home record, though. Only won 4 out of 12 home games in Ligue 1 this season, which is pretty poor. But it's a big night for them. It's the Champions League. They can turn it on. So, I mean, I'd lean towards a Juventus away win. You know, odds of 1.92 I think you can get do look attractive. But I'm going to pass this one for an official pick.
Also, if you think about it, and you said that Juventus always deliver in Champions League, also Cristiano Ronaldo always delivers in Champions League. Cristiano Ronaldo, anytime goal scorer at 2.1. I think that this is a good set of odds.
Yeah, because he'll always have a dive up for a penalty. I like Lyon. Good pace. They want to play on the counter. That's why they've struggled at home this season for me. Juve have got to come out, and I think that they don't like teams that can actually pounce on them. So I think that Lyon gets something out of the game. I certainly wouldn't be going anywhere near Juve in this game. Yes, maybe Juve over the 2 legs, but Juve in this game, wow, Lyon, massive price at plus 350. Well, you know how big my eyes are for the next game. I'm going to start with you, Martin. Real Madrid 2.88 plus 188 spondulis. Draw 3.88, which is plus 288. Man City 2.6 at 1.160. Martin, Real Madrid, that is a massive price for the home side.
It is a massive price. I mean, I can't wait for this game. I've been looking forward to it ever since the draw was made. This is the standout tie of the last 16, most definitely. The first time that Zidane and Guardiola have faced one another as managers. It's going to be a great, great tie over two legs. We all know that Real Madrid won this tournament 3 times under Zidane's leadership. He's back in the hot seat now. But we just talked about Ronaldo. I think they've got a big Cristiano Ronaldo-shaped hole up front. Benzema can't fill it. I mean, he's still a decent striker, but, you know, Eden Hazard limped off at the weekend with a broken ankle, so he's going to be out. A very dispiriting defeat to Levante. That is not a good way to warm up for this. The Barcelona have just leapfrogged them at the top of the table. Whereas I think Man City are clicking into gear at the right time. They've won their last 2 games, got their tails up, very angry. They've got a point to prove after the UEFA ban that they've been hit with. Even before that all happened, I saw them going to the Bernabeu and getting a result. I still think they're going to go to the Bernabeu and get a result. The odds have drifted in a little bit, but yeah, I think they're the favourites to win the Champions League. They've got great players. They're a bit younger in midfield and a bit hungrier than Real Madrid, perhaps. So I'm going to go for Manchester City, draw no bet at 1.81.
Okay, Alex, Man City, draw no bet 1.81 for Martin. Real Madrid at 16-1 to win the Champions League. They've got to get through Man City if they're going to do that.
Yeah, I'm going with the same bet as Martin at 1.81. I know that you're going for Real Madrid, but I must oppose you in this one because between the two teams right now, Manchester City are in better shape. Real Madrid have injury issues. Worse than Manchester City. Manchester City are banned 2 years from Champions League. Manchester City cannot win the Premier League this year because there are so many points under Liverpool. So they have everything in one basket, and this is Champions League, and they will try to give everything to win this competition. So this draw no bet for Manchester City away at Real Madrid. A team who doesn't necessarily is in the best shape right now. That defeat against Levante, that 2-2 draw against the Celta Vigo, in Copa del Rey also against Real Sociedad. So they lost 2 of their last 4 previous matches across all competitions. Manchester City till now, this is what they are doing. They are trying their best to be in top shape for Champions League. And I think that this is the moment. And I'm also playing because I think that Real Madrid will help with this bet too. I'm also playing over 3 goals on the Asian handicap at even money. So in case of just 3 goals in the match, you will take your money back. In case of 4 and more goals, you will win this bet. And I think that that is a good price at 2.0 plus 100 even money.
Okay, you know, if you are wanting to go with Real Madrid 16-1, I know it's as low as 12s in places. The reason that you want to be taking that prior to tomorrow night is that Man City could go out in this round. Juve could go out. Barcelona could go out. Liverpool could go out. And you take the 16-1 there and get past Man City and some of them other teams lose. You're going to be looking at about 9-2. So you are definitely going to get the value now. I'm just going straight. Real Madrid win. Have been impressed with Rodri. Obviously, Aguero and De Bruyne are world class. I wonder if the Real Madrid defeat against Levante was the old classic of not concentrating and looking ahead to the midweek Champions League game and not getting the job done. So I'm going with Real Madrid at 2.88. My banker of the week.
But how many times, Flash, did you saw so many favorites being knocked out in the same round in the last 16?
Okay,
because
listen,
you
I'm
said
happy,
many of them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to debate that with you. Do you think that Liverpool versus Atletico Madrid is a given?
No.
Right, so there's a possibility of Liverpool being knocked out. Okay, do you think that Napoli and Barcelona is a given?
Yes, Barcelona is a given over the 2 legs.
Wow. And Juve and Lyon?
The same thing, over 2 legs. I think that Juventus are the better side.
Right. Okay. What's your banker, Alex, this week?
Bayern Munich, I think that they will qualify. Barcelona, Juve, and with those three, I don't think that Real Madrid will have an easy rest of the tournament, even if they pass Manchester City, which is very, very hard to predict. Again, you might be right.
No, the only
maybe
reason, the only
have
thing I'm
some
going to be right
value
about.
at 16-1.
Yeah,
but
that's it.
Still, I think.
Yeah, that's the only thing I'm going to be right about is that if Real Madrid come through this tie, they will be less than half the odds to win it that they are on today. That's the only thing I'm going to be right about, but they must come through these two ties. Bayern Munich's my banker this week, and I'm going to try and go Bayern Munich and over 1.5 goals. Martin, your banker?
Oh, let me think. I will go for Flash. I'm going to go for Man City, draw no bet.
Okay, good man.
I'm going against Real
Good
Madrid.
man. Alex, banker.
I don't know. I like multiple matches. I like Bayern to win. I like Barcelona over 2.5 goals in that match. I like the over 3 in Real Madrid, Manchester City. It's very, very tough for me to I would say Napoli versus Barcelona over 2.5 goals as a banker.
Okay.
But I like more of them.